Hey guys, Ryle Pop Golden here, and we're jumping into just a quick set today, quick set of 5. I think I found the squad. I'm very excited to show the next 5 or 6 videos all have the same squad. They've been pretty consistent, Giratina, Togekiss, and Empoleon, so definitely getting more familiarized with Ultra League and people's tendencies and just the Pokemon that are running the meta and certain attacks and preferences and whatnot. So right off the bat, we could see Poliwrath, Giratina. I think a lot of people like Poliwrath against Giratina, but I actually don't mind going 1-for-1 with it, because then, you know, my Togekiss can take care of their Giratina, and I just feel strongly about Togekiss and Empoleon in the back. So as you can see right here, we are pretty much going 1-for-1 with this Poliwrath right now. No shields used. We have a little bit of energy left, which is preference. I mean, we're going to keep our switch advantage here, but they're going to get a little bit of charge up. They bring out a Togekiss. Now, I go Empoleon. I like Empoleon against Togekiss. They don't really have any good moves against it, so they switch into Charizard, which is still great for us. We Hydro Cannon, that would pretty much either take it out or be very close to, so they have to block. It looks like they're not playing, which is great for us. And we get off another Hydro Cannon, which they're going to have to block. And this is the type of game where if we just block one Blast Burn, we should have Empoleon just sweep the whole rest of the team. But they use Dragon Claw. Are they trying to fake us out to charge up Blast Burn? Maybe. I can't let Empoleon get knocked out, so I shield that as well. But it was another Dragon Claw, so we would have been okay, but we can't take that chance just because Empoleon's too important in this matchup. So now they got a Togekiss. I'm not sure if they're playing anymore. If they were playing the entire time, it didn't really seem like it, but we take that. So 1-0, and moving on to game 2 against Sunny U. We lead Giratina, so this is what you want to watch out for. The Scizor leads and then losing the Switch War. So I'm going to charge up just a little bit here, and I actually like Empoleon here because he can take a Night Slash pretty well. I'm going to take about 25%, maybe a little less, but then they go into Poliwrath, and now this is just terrible for us. See what he uses here. Dynamic Punch. I like to let it get knocked out. I go into Togekiss here. So now we're still in a pretty bad spot between Ice Punch, Dynamic Punch. Poliwrath is just good against this whole team, but I know I need, hopefully, well, Togekiss just farms it down really well. His Giratina comes out against Togekiss. Very interesting play. Gonna be interesting knowing he has that Scizor in the back, but if we can get Togekiss to knock out this Giratina, we're not out of this game yet, even though we're in a pretty bad spot. We're out of shield, and I'm going to switch into my Giratina right here. Going to take, if it's Ancient Power, then that's a really well-timed switch, I would say it is. So we don't take too much, and we're going to Dragon Claw right here, try to either get rid of that shield or just knock them out entirely. And they do use the shield, so now we're going to be able to farm up a little bit more, but no, we're not. They get that nice, well-timed switch right back into Scizor, right as I was going to go for my Ancient Power. There's a Night Slash. Doesn't knock us out. We are going to get the Ancient Power off for neutral damage. Rock's bad against Steel, but good against Bug, which is great. If we get the boost, that would be great, but we don't get it. So Scizor charges up very quickly, right as we try to get that Dragon Claw off. He does decide to not whittle us down and goes for the Night Slash. But here we are, not in a bad spot, because now Togekiss could get rid of that Scizor. And now it's Togekiss against Giratina, and we have an Ancient Power charged up. He elected to use his last shield, and that actually cleans it up. And somehow, even though it looked like we weren't in that good of a spot in that game, we take the dub. So, game 3, got the Giratina mirror. Something else I don't mind going 1-for-1 in. I try not to use any shields in this case whenever this happens. I'm excited to upload the next 5 or 6 videos. They're literally just this team just doing very well. Obviously, there are, you know, some sets where you just don't do too well. Did I just use a shield right there? Or hold on. I did use a shield right there. I haven't been using shields lately, but this is one of the earlier sets from about a week or so ago that I recorded. So it goes Ancient Power there for some reason, maybe looking to get a boost. So we have a 25% Giratina and shield, one shield down against a double shielded, half knocked out Togekiss, Igo, and Polian. This is an interesting game as well. Anyway, yeah, obviously this team doesn't always do super well. Sometimes you are going to go 2-3, 1-4 even, but it pretty consistently goes 4-1, couple 5-0s. And back to the gameplay now, we just see a crazy switch into a Magnezone. This is the only Magnezone I've ever fought against in the Ultra League since playing, and this is just the right Pokemon to finish off this team that is Giratina-less now. Great against Empoleon, great against Togekiss. I can't get off a Hydro Cannon there. I feel like Magnezone's probably pretty frail, so we probably would have done a good amount of damage with a Hydro Cannon, but unfortunately, he whittles us down, and Flash Cannon just destroys Togekiss, so we got to take the L on that one. That was huge shout out to my opponent for running Magnezone. That was crazy. So, here we go. Interesting matchup on both ends here. Giratina and Empoleon both pretty bad against each other, except Empoleon, if it knows Flash Cannon, that's pretty good. So right here, I'm just farming up energy. I get a little greedy with the Ancient Power. I chip them. I get the boost, the all-powerful boost. So right here, I use a shield. I think, alright, we gotta protect this OP Giratina as well as we can. He knows Blizzard. So I'm happy even with the boost that we shielded, and now we have so much energy. We whittle that Empoleon down. We are going for another Ancient Power, which does a good 40, looks like 40 or so %. We're somehow going for another boost, and he's just not using shields, it seems like. And right here, it looks like I'm not going to use my shield either. He's in a Dark Pulse that does some good damage, and we get very greedy there, which I could see why. Definitely had like almost 2 moves charged up, but that Muck's going to be able to get an attack off. And still with 2 shields, but this is what we love to see. We kind of get away with it here, because now, you know, Togekiss Charm is just going to farm down this, just chip away. We don't even need to use Ancient Power. We will, just in case. You never want to get too ahead of yourself or anything crazy, but no matter what this Giratina does, I really think that Charm's just going to take it down. Empoleon's not going to see this game. That's fine. Take a day off once in a while. Togekiss takes care of it. So, 3-1, last game. Always playing for that encounter. Going for those legendaries. So, same thing, Giratina, Empoleon, interesting matchup, one in which we could farm up a lot of energy right off the rip. Just have to be careful of Flash Cannon and Blizzard. Flash Cannon will do a good 40 damage or so. So, we go for the same exact thing. We're going for an Ancient Power. We're charging up pretty quickly. He's at about 55% health left. I see the attack. I opt to shield. It's just Hydro Cannon, so we would have been okay. And then they switch into a Scizor, so immediately I go into my Empoleon. We know we're going to take a Night Slash pretty well, about 25%, almost, yeah, maybe about 25. Scizor is really good against this team, but Empoleon seems to be the best Pokemon to take care of it, so we take another Night Slash. Our shields are pretty important to us, or our last shield is, so he uses a shield there. I really want to get a Hydro Cannon off to knock this Scizor out, because if they let it go through, that's great. If they don't and they use their last shield, then we're in an interesting spot. So I value the Hydro Cannon very much, so I elect to use my shield to keep Empoleon alive. They let the Scizor get knocked out. They value the shield a little bit more, and their last Pokemon is Poliwrath. So now I go Togekiss. The Empoleon comes back out. Right when he goes Poliwrath, I guess I didn't want to let him farm up energy, and Togekiss can take 1 pretty well, so it takes that Hydro Cannon. Luckily it wasn't Flash Cannon. We go for an Ancient Power here, which they shield, which is a weirdly timed shield. I think that was a misplay because we end up farming it down, and now we're still gonna look at all the damage Togekiss is racking up on that Poliwrath. That Togekiss was basically knocked out, and it ends up drawing with the Poliwrath, and that's a dub. I think that was just a crucial misplay right there. If they put a shield up on that Sizor, would have been a completely different game, but Giratina doesn't even come back out. They use that shield on the Empoleon, and now we got a Cobalion chance right here. Always showing the encounter. Lucky. First throw. We get that boy. Let's check him. He's pretty terrible, but we're not just in it for the good Pokemon, we're in it for some good battles and some wins. So, as usual, whenever the videos are wrapping up, it seems to freeze. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to roll with it. So, thanks so much for watching. Spread peace. Take care. Be good.